Okay, so we've talked about adding more than 2 numbers before, but this time we're going to make it a little bit harder, and we're going to add in some extra regrouping. Remember, last time we didn't have to regroup till the very, very end. So now we're going to have to do some more regrouping. So remember, I take my first 2 numbers here, and I add these 2 together first. So I'm going to set up my problem. And this way is a lot easier when you know you're going to have to do some regrouping, because it's less numbers to keep track of. And if you had all 3 stacked on top of each other and then regrouping, it was going to make it really hard to keep track of. So I'm going to add these numbers first. So I have 8 and 3. Well, I know that's more than 10 because I know 2 plus 8 is 10, because I know how to count by 2's. So 8 plus 3 is only 1 more, so it'd be 11. But I know how to regroup, so I'm going to bring my 1 down and then carry my other 1. So now I have 3 plus 2, which I know is 5, and then 1 more, which is my 6. So this is the number I need to add to this number. So I'm going to come over here and set up my second problem. And I have a 9 and a 1. So I know what that is. I know that's a 10. So I bring down my 0 and I carry my 1. And then I have 1 plus 6, which is 7. And then 1 more, which I know is 8. So when I add these 2 numbers, I get 61. And then when I add my 19 to my 61, I get 80. Now, this is the next problem. 34 plus 57 plus 22 equals what? Now I want you to pause the video and try and solve it for yourself, and then you can unpause the video and I'll solve it and you can check yourself. So, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to set up our first equation with my 34 and my 57. So I'm going to set that up. I know that I add this column first, so I add my 7 and my 4 in my 1's column. And I think that's more than 10, but I'm going to use my fingers to count up and make sure. So I'm going to go 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So I got an 11. So I'm going to bring my 1 down and carry my 1 over. And I have a 5 and a 3. See, I know that one. 5 plus 3 is 8, and then my 1 more is 9. So I'm going to write my 9. And then, do you remember what I do next? I carry my answer, which is my 91, over here and create a new problem, adding my 91 to my 22. So I'm going to add those together, add my 2 and my 1. Well, I know that's 3. And then I add my 9 and my 2. Well, I know 9 plus 1 is 10, so 9 plus 2 is only 1 more, so that must be 11. But remember, because I'm not adding another column, I carry my whole number down. So I carry my whole 11 down. So my answer is 113. So my answer up here I got was 80, because we added these 2 numbers, and then we carried this one over and added my 19, and so I got 80. And down here I got 113 because I did the same thing.